Hi everyone. So today's assignment is called Nouns, Little Cat Feet. We're going to be looking at nouns, and the little cat feet part will make sense here in a minute. So I just want to walk you through the directions, give you a little bit of information. This is certainly a review, but an important one. All right, so let's get started. So first we have a little blue box. Blue boxes are going to be directions. So, they'll say to do, and then there will be some directions. So your first bit of directions is to watch this video, which you are obviously doing, so good job following directions. Next, we have the green box. Green boxes are big ideas. This is something that you should be learning from our work. Uh, Here, the big idea is a noun is a person, place, or thing. Again, I know this is review, but it is important review, and it's going to be something we need to know to do some of our later work. So I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page with this. So a noun is a person, place, or thing. We can do a little bit more deep dive into that review here. A noun is a word, which is the name of something, like a person, place, or thing. Um, I think what a person is and what a place is pretty obvious. I do want to dig a little deeper into what things can be. They can be objects, animals, ideas, qualities. So here I give you a few examples of some nouns. A person could be something like uncle or firefighter or Grandma Jones or Selena. Now, you may notice that some of these people are capitalized and some are not, and that's the difference between a common or a proper noun. We will get into more of that very soon, but not today. But the thing they do all have in common is they are people. They are nouns. Nouns can be places, so downtown, ocean, Cambodia, Apollo Theater. These are all places. Again, some are common nouns, some are proper nouns, but they're all nouns. They're places. And here we have things. And I broke this down a little more into the four different types of things. So objects, animals, ideas, and qualities. So objects are, well, objects like tree, Golden Gate Bridge. They can be common or proper. We'll get into that another day. Animals can be something like cat or Siberian tiger. Ideas, faith or theory of relativity. Those are ideas. Just going to fix this little, there we go. Faith or theory of relativity are ideas. They can be um, common or proper, just like any other noun. But these ideas and qualities, for that matter, like kindness and joy, are things, but they're what we call abstract nouns because although they're things, they're not something that you can touch, like a tree or a cat, right? You can't see them, you can't smell them or taste them or hear them. So we can't perceive them with any of our five senses. Yet they are still indeed things. Faith, theory of relativity, kindness, joy. Okay. All right. So those are nouns, people, places, and things. Another big idea, something that I really want you to learn from this, is that just because it looks like a noun doesn't always mean that it is a noun. So some things will look like nouns, but really they're something else. This is why oftentimes with words we can't just, or why you don't have to memorize every word in the English language and what part of speech it is. That would be a daunting task that nobody could do. Instead, we learn the eight parts of speech and what they are, and then we look at how words are used in a sentence and see which category they fit in. So if someone were to say to me, Amy, what part of speech is farm? I couldn't answer that question. I would have to say, well, let's look at how it's used in the sentence. And then we can answer what part of speech it is. So we're going to use farm, obviously, as our example here when we're talking about imposters, things that look like nouns, but they are not. They're not being used as a noun in a sentence. So the word farm can certainly be a noun, and that's probably the way we think about it most of the time. It could be a place or a thing, maybe you might think of it. I always think of it as a place, though. But either way, it is a noun. So there are many cats on the farm. Here, farm is a place, and it's a noun. However, we can't say that farm is always a noun. Sometimes it can be what I'm calling an imposter. It looks like a noun, but really it's something else. So it could be an adjective, right? It could describe a noun, and that's what adjectives do. So the sentence here, it is not safe to play on the farm equipment. Here, farm is describing the equipment. It's describing a noun. That is not the job of a noun. That is the job of an adjective. So in this sentence, it is not safe to play on the farm equipment. Farm is an adjective. It is not a noun because it's not a thing or a place or a person, right? It is describing something. All right, farm can also be a verb. So like in the sentence, it is hard to farm, oh, it is hard work to farm the land. Here, farm is something that someone is doing. If they're doing it, it's a verb. So you see what I'm saying with imposters. We think of farm probably as a noun, but depending upon how it's used in the sentence, it may not always be a noun. All right, another blue box. Remember, blue boxes are to-do boxes. Those are where our directions are. So pay special close attention to those blue boxes. Here it says to do. Read the poem below. The poem is called Fog, written by Carl Sandburg. Underline the 5 nouns in the body of the poem, not including the title. So this is a very short little poem, and when I scroll down a little bit, you'll see that. And there are 5 nouns in the body of the poem. Now, the title of the poem is Fog, and that is a noun, right? Fog is a thing. But when you're identifying the 5 nouns, you're going to identify the 5 nouns in the body. So yes, fog is a noun, but what are 5 more that appear in the body? And in the blue box, in the directions, it says beware the imposter. So there's one imposter in here. It looks like a noun, but it is not being used as a noun. So beware of that. Don't identify it as a noun. So here's Fog. This is the whole poem. Fog by Carl Sandburg. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves on. That's it. That's the whole poem. Identify the 5 nouns by underlining them, and then make sure you turn this in to Google Classroom. And that is it. That's all your work for today. If you have questions or concerns, please Google Meet with me and have an awesome day.